Alright, question from Steve Gliptis. What is your exercise and nutrition schedule now that gyms are closed? And how has this contributed to my amazing 30-pound weight loss in just 1 month? My second question is, what are the positive things that you have experienced from this break from barbell training? And third and last question is, what is your advice on how to return to barbell and dumbbell compound lifts after having no idea at all how much our lifting numbers would regress, and what will we be able to do when we are blessed to train again? Many thanks in advance, Toby. Have a fantastic week. You too, my friend. Have a fantastic week, and that's a great question. Well, alright. So, since the past quarantine, for the past, I would say it's been 8 weeks now. Just been doing these, nothing that I normally don't do or haven't done over the years. I just kind of gone back to my roots of mainly doing these home workouts, because before I even lifted weights, I was even doing home workouts. And the light dumbbells is really my mom's dumbbells. She only has up to 15-pound dumbbells. So I would just do like light curls with it, and the curls would be slow and control, full range of motion, super high reps until I'm bored. And yeah, I would find ways to make the dumbbells hard, and I would also put the dumbbells in a backpack and do calisthenics or whatever. So how I trained, right? I would do push-ups. I would do one-arm pull-up training. Training to do the one-arm pull-up. I would do one-legged wall sits. It kind of changed over the weeks, my training, but it's basically the basics: push-ups, squats, one-legged wall sits, box pistol squats, both with a weight vest and both without a weight vest. But lately I've been doing without a weight vest because a weight vest is a pain in the neck, and I just need to watch my knees and just improve the reps on the box pistol squats where I use the stair steps, and then the one-legged wall sits. And I've even added sprints, and I would do neighborhood walks almost every day, like hour walks of neighborhood. And then I would do abs, which also contributed to my weight loss. Do like abs almost every day. And yeah, I haven't isolated abs for real since like 2011, and that's why I had one of my best physiques. And that's what worked. That's what got me lean fast, isolating abs. And I mean like high volume body weight abs. And it would be like almost every day. And then of course the push-ups and pull-ups, bread and butter. I would do one-legged squats because the only way to get the same effects as one-legged squats is to do like very high reps bodyweight squats for very high sets. If you have the patience and endurance to do it, then so be it. That's the thing about calisthenics. You get good effects when you do a lot of reps of it. And Megan of 3D Alpha, which I used to be critical of, and after watching a few of his videos, that's what nucleus overload is actually about, and he actually made a good point. And I've seen it amongst many calisthenic athletes. They do a lot of reps of these calisthenics and hard movements. You build muscle with caloric surplus or whatever. Just get strong, build a lot of reps, or heavy weight for a lot of reps. I've been saying this a lot. That's what helped my physique. It has to be like the core movements. And of course the cardio. So basically all these prisoner workouts. And right there now, a few days ago, I installed that pull-up bar again because my old one broke. So I got a new one. And the one on pull-up training, it would be with the swing set I would have outside the house. and one of the handles broke, so I can't do pull-ups there anymore. That's where I'd be doing my pull-ups. One of the handles broke because I was 30 pounds heavier, and it kind of the rest couldn't take it anymore. So I just use the other ring to do a chin up, and then use one of my Taekwondo belts as a assisted rope pulley to do the one arm chin up training. And this is the nutrition aspect. Well, it's really caloric deficit. I'm on a high caloric deficit. I wouldn't I wouldn't I wouldn't eat restaurants anymore. What got me fat in the first place was eating out a lot. Eating out, eating foods that taste good very often. And I'm somebody that has really low metabolism, as in most people could eat what I eat and get away with it. But I can't eat what most people eat and get away with it. I have to eat clean most of the time because my body just wants to grow. And more than others. Other people could eat a lot of not a good amount of junk food. These people that do these calorie challenges, junk food, and everything. If I have that even once a day, more than one day a week, it shows up. And I'll just have it once or sometimes twice a day, more than one day a week, and I would just be fat as shit. I would have a lot of muscle to disguise that at times, but I'll still be fat as hell. Notice my face even got a little leaner because that's 30 pounds down. The face chubs don't really have the moon face as much anymore. So this is my nutrition. I would just wake up, and admittedly, the quarantine, I would get a lot of sleep, so I'll just sleep. I would wake up, I would have coffee, I would either have cereal. I mean, normally I just have coffee as my first meal, and then I would eat twice a day. But lately, twice a day. But lately, I'll just have coffee and breakfast. So coffee and oatmeal, or coffee and cereal, 2 bowls of cereal, or coffee and 1 cup of coffee, that is. Coffee and bagel and eggs. So those are my 3 breakfast options. And it's going to be oatmeal this time. It kind of varies. I'm not doing cereal anymore, but it worked. But I'm out of cereal, so what's the point? And it's good to change it up. But if I were to say one good option, it'd be coffee and oatmeal. And every now and then, add eggs. So you don't eat too much eggs, and you don't spend too much money on eggs. Go to the supermarket that much. Because also a big battle in this is preserving food. And this is my next meal. I would either have maybe a fruit or whatever. If not a fruit, I would have, and this my next meal is normally dinner. I would have normal food, either a meat, a chicken, or if I didn't have, or I could have fries. I could have rice, or I could have my protein apple crisp. I would have, or protein berry cobbler, or protein banana cobbler, or normal food, as in what you normally eat. A protein, a carbohydrate, a vegetable, and that would be it. So I would eat twice a day. I would do a lot of exercise throughout the day, a lot of exercise. I already discussed the exercise part, and eating twice a day. And if I'm not too if I'm not too hungry after, I would have nothing left after dinner. If not, then I'll just have little thing to munch on, whether it's a handful of walnuts or a few pretzels or whatever. Otherwise, just nothing after dinner, which is most of the time. And the handful of walnuts is just to get rid of those urges. And Yeah, it's just high caloric deficit, eating twice a day, and a lot of exercise. And it would be like calisthenics, main movements, home workouts, and I would say a lot of these prison workouts. And I'm even adding sprints every now and then. And that's pretty much it so far. Alright, second question. What are the positive things I've experienced from this break from barbell training? Basically the weight loss. That's the most positive thing because I was fat, I was feeling unhealthy, I was fat, I was looking like shit. I only looked good in clothes and in pictures. But I would say I didn't look too bad, but I was looking like shit relatively. I didn't look terrible, but I look better now, but I could even look better than now. That's the good thing. This is just this is just a start. I could look better than I do now once I get back to barbell training because I just have muscle to build again. But at least my gut went down. Abs are coming back a bit. My gut went down. And if anything got more impressive, I would say my legs got more cut too. Which, I always like the legs. I mean, not my calves. My calves suck. But my quads got more separated. My hamstrings are coming out more. So my my quads and hams are getting more separated. And all I do for legs are my wall sits, my pistols, my bodyweight squats, and my cardio. And my legs are getting more cut, especially with the 30-pound weight loss. And the abs too. I have less of a stomach. I used to have a protruding gut, and my face got less fat. And I guess my neck also, especially like the back, got less fat too. When I had those freaking hot dog rolls of a neck, it kind of got less fat too. So, and my body is feeling like it's recovering. I feel healthy, not exposing myself to shitty food all the time. And and I'm not eating shitty food as much, so I don't feel like shit. Because to me, food is drugs. Because I like good tasting food. I like eating like a king. But I would also feel like shit afterwards because I would feel good while I'm eating the food, but towards the end of eating the food, I'll feel like shit. That's how I guess drugs feel. I enjoy the taste, I enjoy the flavor of the food, I just enjoy this aroma and everything. But I would look like shit, I would feel like shit, I wouldn't have good sleeps, I would have trouble breathing. Like, not like right now, I have less sleep apnea now. I had a lot of sleep apnea before, but I still have sleep apnea, but it's a lot less. 30 pounds down. Imagine how that feels. And third and last question is, what is your advice on how to return to barbell and dumbbell compound lifts after having no idea what your numbers would be and how they would regress? Okay, so this I'm just gonna talk in my perspective. My strength is definitely regressed, obviously. It's definitely gonna regress. So I would just say do a few weeks of just doing rep maxes or a few weeks of this is how I'm gonna go about it. Just a few weeks of working up to either a heavy single or a heavy rep max or whatever, and just keep adding a few weeks and just seeing what you could do, build back strength until you get to like a peak. Just keep maxing out rep maxes and heavy single of chosen exercise you feel like testing and training. Sorry, I'm just about to burp, but I mean yawn. But yeah, that's what I would do. And obviously, I'll gain strength back in a few weeks, but my limit will not be my all-time best when I was heavier. And I'm not gonna repeat the long story of how I'm not the strongest or I'm at my strongest, blah blah blah, because I'm 30 pounds heavier, I'm injured or whatever. But I'm not gonna. I'll get into that later. But I'm not gonna be at my strongest because I'm away from the weights. I lost 30 pounds. I'll be lucky to even bench 405 again in a few weeks. I'll probably have to start with something like 350 pounds, and then in a few weeks work up to 365, and maybe peak at like 375, and then I would just do the strength building work, and then get up to like 385 and 405, and then go from there. But I would just try, and I would do that to even build muscle back and have my chest look better, have my shoulders fill out more. And same thing with the shoulder press. I'll probably have to start with like 225, and 185 will move semi-fast. I used to move it very fast, but it'll take a while. And then eventually I'll get to like 250, and then if I get my, I'm a seated shoulder press. If I get my I'll probably be at 250 for the limit, and then I'll probably do like rep work with whatever weight, and then slowly get back to 275 on the seated shoulder press. The same time I'm getting to 405 on the bench, and this will be like after. Yeah, this will be at my new lower body weight, my new leaner self, and new lower body weight, new leaner self, and getting muscle back on the upper body region, the bench press, and what else? The bench press, and yeah, okay, bench press and OHP work. And same thing with squat. I'll be lucky. I'll probably be around the 400s because of my knees. The body weight is down. And so I'll have to work up to, and then I'll do reps, then work up to like low 500s again, and then do rep work again, and then try to see how close to high 500s and 600 I'll work up again. Because squat took the biggest hit because of my knee injury, and then losing the weight. So it'll take a while to get to 600 again. I don't even know if I'm gonna compete this year anymore. But I need to get to, I want that 600 competition squat. That's the only thing I haven't done yet. And it should have happened, but my freaking knee injury just handicapped my squat. Just like my bicep handicapped my bench, where I had to get fat to even get stronger on bench. And it handicapped my deadlift too, just like my knee injury handicapped my deadlift. But yeah, we already gone over that. And same thing with deadlift. I'll probably be in the low 600s, and then eventually work up to 675 and 700, low 700s again, in the new body weight. And then it'll take a few years to be at my best strengths again, when I was hitting those crazy numbers as a fat piece of shit with those big numbers I was doing. Those numbers everyone loved me to hit. Before I got injured, when I was closing on 800-pound deadlift and everything. Everything was strong. Before the bicep tear and everything. I'll just have to do that. I'm gonna want to do those numbers again. It'll take 3 to 5 years or whatever. I'm gonna take my time so I don't hurt myself. I could focus on other things in life. I could train the right way, and I don't get fat. And I could get a better physique while doing this. So I could, next time I hit those numbers, and even move past those numbers, hit my best numbers ever. I have at least a decade left of this. Say it takes 3-5 more years to hit those numbers, break those numbers. I have another 5 more years left to even hit even more numbers, even crazier numbers with even crazy physique. This is a long-term thing. So I just want to hit my numbers, giving myself 10 to 15 years, maybe even 20 years of hitting crazy numbers, but at a light body weight, at a lean and healthy self. And I'm only going to add a little bit of body weight when I peak at my low body weight. Just keep adding a little by little body weight when I peak at a little low body weight. Just keep adding a pound or 2 or 5 pounds peak again, add 2 to 5 pounds, peak again, so I don't gain so much fat. And then, and so that's basically the plan. And I'm gonna sign it off with some pull-ups. Oh, cut. Gonna sign off with some pull-ups. Alright, good question, Steve. And have a fantastic week. And thank you for the question. Stay tuned for more videos. And I'm going to see you soon. Have a good day. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Stay motivated. Yeah, whatever.